Hey guys, DB here, and I'm joined here in this podcast with Sorel, Star Kizzy, Ferry, and Vivek. Now we're gonna
Yeah.
do this thing in every week. We're gonna talk about after every weekend when we have all the matches. We're gonna discuss what happened in those matches and give our reviews. So without any further ado, we had over I don't know maybe like 5 matches this past weekend. Um,
Ye-
or
Yeah, we
maybe
had
4.
We had 5.
Yeah, we had 5 matches. Yeah,
five.
we have 5 matches, and we are going to go to everyone and discuss what happened in there. Now, I didn't watch all the matches personally. I did watch the stream, but I'm not going to talk about those that I didn't watch. So first of all, the first match was I think it was Europe 3 and Europe 4, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's just go on to you guys. Whoever wants to go first to talk about Europe 3 versus Europe 4. So who's gonna go first?
I can talk about this match.
Okay, Vivek.
All right,
Go on.
so Europe 3 versus Europe 4, that was our first match on Saturday. And it was, so Europe 3 has X-Psycho, Uli Killers, and Hysteria. Europe 4 has X-Curzy, Wardlow, and Kiazian.
Yeah.
And for Europe 3, only 2 people showed up, X-Psycho and Uli Killers. But for Europe 4, all 3 showed up. So they wanted to do a 3v2. And it went almost exactly as you would predict a 3v2 would go. Europe 3 put up a good fight. They took, I think, like 3 rounds in each of them, or something like that.
Right.
But Europe 4 eventually just came through with the win.
Right. Just to mention, Europe 3 had X-Psycho and Ali Killers. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about Hysteria, but I'm gonna check if Hysteria actually played in the previous tournaments. No, he didn't, or if he did, but he didn't like win any. But X-Psycho actually won a tournament, and Ali Killers came third in
Yes.
Insane
the
tournament.
previous tournament. Yeah, and X-Curzy, I think X-Curzy also he came. I
He
think
came second in the last tournament.
Yeah, he came.
the
He came
doubles
second in
tournament.
the last tournament. So
And
Europe,
I think Wardlow was his partner last year too. It was
Okay,
Wardlow or
Wardlow.
Kiazin, whichever one.
yeah, his profile
Yeah.
is private, so I can't see if he have any badge. But if he is like, so this match, it was the first match and had a lot of significance because both teams had winners of previous tournaments. So did you guys see like I know it was a 2v3, so there's not a lot of it's not fair. It's not a balanced team. But did you see any competition in that match that you didn't see afterwards in the tournament in other matches because they were winners of the previous tournaments?
Yeah, so like Psycho and Ali had some good plays, which gave them like some. I think Ali and Psycho each had like 2v1 situations that they won in, but eventually like 3 people were just too much for them to.
Something I noticed during that match is that Psycho and Ally Killers weren't sticking together. They kept splitting up, which was a huge part of their downfall.
Yeah, actually, we noticed that, and in other matches too. And we're going to discuss about this thing.
Foreshadowing.
Because, yeah, I
Mhm.
think people tend to separate when they're like nervous, where they are like face a lot of competition, especially in a 2v3 situation or a 1v2 situation. Not in a 1v2 situation, you're already alone, but in a 2v3 situation, we've noticed that when the team with that have a disadvantage with the numbers, they just split apart, which they shouldn't do. We've noticed that the team that's winning the matches are the ones that stick together. So I think it's a great heads up for the for the teams that are going to play next that stick together. That's one of the main key points that you have to take notes of for the future matches. Anyways, Ferry, did you watch the Europe 3 versus Europe 4?
Yes, I did.
And what's your opinion on it?
I'd say another reason why EU3 had a tough time was because EU4 kept rushing at them, especially in Secret Lab. And so, like, X-Cycle Ali Killers would get trapped inside the little room by the balcony,
Right.
surrounded by like 3 people. So
Yeah.
that's probably like a big part of their first loss.
Right. What about you, Sorel?
Yeah, I also building up on what you said, I think a part of it is the fact that they may not have like communication between them because having comms is it's like such a huge advantage,
Yeah.
especially in this game. in any game really, but especially like Warmerise is just another shooter, so having comms can really help. But it seems like if you like don't know like what's going on in your teammate's mind, if you don't know if they want to go right or you're gonna go left, or But I guess they should just like communicate that before the game that they don't want to split up, they want to stay together.
Yeah. I think it's actually gonna give them a lot of benefit because in Warmerise you can actually spectate when you're dead. You can spectate the enemy team, correct? If I'm not wrong, yeah. So they can even tell the location of the enemies, and we can't even do anything about it.
Yeah.
So,
it's
but
actually
it
a
seems
huge
like
play.
it seems like they weren't using it. Anyways, moving forward to the next match, we have the same match on the right after the first one. That was South America 1 versus South America 2. Now, I didn't watch this one live, but I also watched the stream, but I'm not going to do this one. So I'm going to go back to you guys. So Vivek, you can run first. So what do you have to say about this South America 1 versus South America 2?
No.
Okay, so this was basically a 3v2 again, because SA1 had Eve, Speroon, and Yaxley that came, and SA2 had Caesar Pro, and in the beginning, Caesar Pro, Grillo, and the Pro Killer, all of them came, but then in the middle of the first round, the Pro Killer's Wi-Fi went out, his internet went out, so he could not play for the rest of the match. And then in the second round, I think Caesar Pro and Grillo were having ping issues. They kept getting kicked, so they were like at a severe disadvantage for most of it.
Yeah.
It was either a 2v1 or a 3v2 for most of it.
Yeah, those games were so unlucky, just so unfortunate. The fact that like they were just like disconnecting at random times, and then towards the end, like not the end, but his internet just completely went out. Just so unlucky. And the fact that their ping is already high because of the server, how far it was from them. So, and I was surprised that even though like they were in like South America, but we went to the South America server that one time and it didn't even do much. It actually, I think it made it worse.
Yeah, it did.
It did make it worse.
It did.
I think they had better ping in USA East.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys then recreated the server and switched it back to the same region.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a lot.
I watched that part of it. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly go to the Asia 1 versus Asia 2 match, and then we can head right into the North America 1, North America 2, because a lot of people have a lot to say about that match. So I'm just gonna go over with Asia 1 versus Asia 2. So Ferry was supposed to show up that match. She didn't, and because she didn't, Chrono, Matt, and I showed up. And even though we were expecting that there won't be a lot of people there, it was initially a 3v3. Actually, it actually stayed like that in the entire match, but a lot of things happened. So they had horrible pings. Even though they are in Asia, they had the same region, but their pings were horrible. They were lagging a lot. One person from Asia, one professional, Asta and Satyam showed up, and their sub, Sanjeev, didn't show up. From Asia 2, Killers X123, Trees, and Mr. Yellow showed up. And I vividly remember because I kept pronouncing it Myral for the entire match. And in the end of the match, Chrono bothered to tell me that it's not Myral, it's Mr. Yellow. And I was like, you need to put a full stop there if you want us to say the right name. Anyways, from Asia 1, Satyam kept, not Satyam, Asta kept getting kicked out because of the thing. And from Asia 2, Killers X123 kept getting kicked. So most of the matches, it was sometimes either 2v2, sometimes 2v3, and sometimes it went as a 3v3 too. But the first one was in Secret Lab, I think. I'm not quite sure, but the other one was in Hot. And Asia 2, which is Trees, Killers, and my Mr. Yellow, they went actually great. Even though in some of the situation they were 2v2 or 2v3, but they actually managed a lot because Professional in the Asia 1 was using just simple weapons, because I think he don't actually have any other weapon. So he was using UMP. He wasn't doing much. And same as before, they were not sticking out together. Asa was he or she kept leaving Professional. He wasn't doing anything, so it was all just on Satyam. So I think it was pretty obvious what was gonna go. Asia 2 won by taking both victories on both rounds. and that's over. Now we're gonna head over to North America 1 and North America 2, which happened yesterday.
Oh
Now
no.
North America 1 has Fruits, LM10, and Juan Carlos. From where LM10 didn't show up for the first match, LM10 came for the second match. And NA2, we had Miggy, Iceland Noobs, Free Mind, and Six. And I think all of these four showed up. I think. I'm not
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, the whole of NA2
Yes.
came.
Everyone showed up.
Anyways, so over to you guys. What do you guys think? What happened in there?
Absolute
Uh,
chaos.
Yeah, so you can talk about what happened at the beginning.
In
the
the
match.
beginning, we can not get the match started. The
Yeah.
teams kept killing
Um,
before, even when the moderator joined a team. So we had to wait a couple minutes before we could finally tell them it was a no-kill round.
Yeah, I think was already being toxic. He wasn't listening, and Juan Carlos probably was having trouble understanding us. And LM10 was not there. I think the first match was in Sky Hall, or maybe the second one.
Yeah.
Still, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the
So-
first one was in Sky Hall.
Yeah, the score is
Yeah.
literally
Yes.
2-3 when we finally got them under control or something like that. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, yeah, Dust Slam.
Um, The other one was in Dustland, right?
Yes.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
was the second.
And I remember because this is why I was saying that whoever comes into the team, as soon as you type in it's a kill round, just go back into the spectators, because the other team does not know who you are. It doesn't show your name tag or anything. They're just gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And I think Matt was there in I don't know in which match. No,
Asia
he
won.
actually got
Asia.
killed in Asia. Yeah, he
That's
was
the
in
only one
Asia
he was
when
there for.
yeah, he got killed in there. Mr. Yellow killed Matt because he didn't know who it was. So it happened a lot. They weren't understanding in that match, and I was so close to disqualify one person because, well, they had four people already and they weren't listening. So even if like we had to disqualify one, if it would have, so they had like two warnings, and I was gonna do it in the third one, but luckily they managed to understand and things got calmed down, and then we started doing the actual match. So now go to the actual match. What actually happened in the actual match? Anyone?
I
Oh, I
forgot.
wasn't
Um,
there, so
I remember that Yaxley and Miggy both wanted to, wait, no. Miggy
no.
and Six were both confused over who was playing. They both wanted to play. But there can be 4 versus 2. And then Miggy kept getting kicked because of ping. So Six
Yeah.
played most of it.
Yeah. For the second match, for the first one, I think they played as a 2v3.
Yeah, they did.
Which was again a huge disadvantage for North America 1, for which they actually lost. Because it was like a kind of unbalanced. And in the second one, LM10 did came, but I think at that moment North America 2 had gained a lot of momentum that his presence, LM10's presence, was making no difference, because North America 2 already had a confidence that they already won a round, so they were just pushing out, they were rushing, and again they were not sticking together the entire time. So does anyone else have anything else to add in there?
No.
Very muted. Okay. What is the next match? It was NA3 versus NA4, and it happened yesterday. And I think we all remember what happened there. It was a massacre. North America
Yeah.
T3, we had Joe Dave, Bellator, and Notcase Goal, and all these three showed up. From North America 4, we had Khalil the Dude, Havoc Hellrise, and that shot, but only Khalil the Dude showed up. So we gave them an option that if they want to play, they can go as a 1v1, or they can go as a 2v1, or they can have the victory. But they decided to go as a 2v1. And I remember someone asking, can we go as a 3v1? I was like, if you want to make sure so much that you win, why didn't you just take the victory? Anyway, they probably didn't notice. Someone asked from there, can we go as a 3v1? I was like, dude, it's just one person. Go mercy on him. He's alone. But no, they wanted to make sure that they win.
If it was a
Anyways,
1v1, they still would have won.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. Clean the Dude, actually, we noticed he played well. Even in a situation as a 2v1, he did manage to win. some rounds he was playing well. He was securing kills. But I think the first round was in Secret Lab, and they both were rushing out, Joe Dave, and I think in the first one it was Bellator. They were rushing to him, and in the few rounds that he used trap mines, he was successful to gain some points, to gain some kills, but he stopped using them. He switched to plasma grenades, and it wasn't working out good for him. And in the second match, it was just a massacre because it was in Sky Hall, and
Yeah,
they
there's
were
nowhere to
literally
hide.
surrounding him,
Yeah, there's
covering
more
him
than
from
one way
both
everywhere.
exactly, and they would shoot him like in one time, so he had no other option. They were both in different directions. They were came at the same time. He had no option. One was with a plasma gun, one was with a carbine. So he had no way in there. So, but he did try well. I would say he did try well.
Yeah,
If he had a team, I think he would have had a chance to win. Anyways,
definitely.
what do you guys say about this match?
Uh,
Like your own view.
I don't really have anything to add to it. It would have
Like
been
what
nice
if
if his teammates
we
showed up though.
actually we actually asked
That
this
would-
question. I actually asked this question during the stream. Like, if you were there in a situation like this, in a 2v1 situation, when the other team is literally rushing onto you, what would you do? What will your tactics be to ensure some points?
After watching
Okay.
the match yesterday, I probably would have gone trap mines and put them from
Yeah,
somewhere where they couldn't get me.
Yeah, actually,
that's
the
definitely the
first
play.
few kills that he secured, that was actually through trap mines.
And I would
Yeah.
use the carbine to do more damage.
That's true too.
Yeah, and lucky for me, I can only use one weapon. I don't know why, but trap mines would probably just be my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, Vivek.
Oh, I was gonna say like in Secret Lab, he was using trap mines, but the thing was he was putting 3 trap mines in the same spot, which
Yeah.
like if they're both in the same spot, then it would work fine. But you usually don't need all 3 right there, and he's just wasting at least one of them, mostly 2 of them, because you just need like a good amount of damage with one of them, and you could put it somewhere else, get another kill, get more damage on the other person, and then just finish them off. But yeah, in Sky Hall it was kind of rough because they're both like I think Bellator was going from the left or the right, and then Joe was going the other direction and just surrounding him.
And the thing is, they're
Yeah.
still vulnerable. Like if they have gravity gun, they can just fly past the mines.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. There's actually other ways to defuse it too. So if you want to use trap mines, you need to make sure that you hide it. Like
Yeah, that was the big
put it in a places that the other enemy cannot see, and when he does see, he don't have enough time to escape. So,
Yeah.
but he was placing all of them together, and most people, like, I think they don't really realize what trap mines actually do. They're not just an item to create damage; they actually give you the location of the enemy.
Yeah.
So most people don't realize it, but I think if I was in his situation, especially if it was like in Sky Hall, there is this place that's like where they spawn, and they had 2 pathways, and it's like if he placed trap mines on both on there, and there was an open space in front of him, and there, anyone, if they came from anywhere, he would have known where they came, and he can just spam the carbine on them. So after they get damage from the tap mine, carbine is it causes really high damage. So I think that would have been a good shot for him, but I think he didn't even use trap mines in Sky Hall. He was sticking to plasma grenades, and that was brutal.
He didn't bring him out till the end, and it was too late by then.
yeah.
One thing I was thinking about in like the past, I guess, is what actually, this is just an idea. Like, what if trap mines could be like diffused by just shooting them like other games?
They do. They get
Wait,
diffused by
really?
just shooting at them.
Yeah, it takes a certain amount of damage, but
I've
Yeah,
never
if
seen that in my
you-
life.
if you-
I guess
yeah.
it's because I use sniper, but
I think
I think
sniper
if you
takes like 4 shots.
sniper, yeah.
well, I actually didn't know that. I'm so sad.
You can just take.
It does take a lot of damage though. I feel like it should take less, like 1 sniper shot, because you already see it. So you should be able to just 1 shot kill the trap mine.
I think it's not about the damage. It's just about how many bullets you hit. So if you have like
Yeah,
USP, you can defuse it with just 5, and it takes like 1 second to fire 5 bullets from USB, or maybe like 2 seconds, and it's diffused. But obviously, if you have sniper and it takes 1 second for each, so then it's gonna take you 5 seconds.
Yeah, and usually when you have sniper, you don't have time for that.
Yeah. And when you have sniper, most people keep if you have gravity gun, then you have no other way.
Yeah.
Actually, there were some other bugs too that you can defuse trap mine, but I reported. I don't know if Max fixed those. But if you like literally jump onto, like walk onto it and then jump on trap mine, they get diffused. It doesn't. It gives you no damage. But I'm pretty sure Max fixed that.
I think that was fixed.
I never heard
Yeah,
about that one.
I think that is. Anyways, what do you guys have to say about Europe 2 versus Bai? Because you guys were playing in it and you lost. What happened there?
We're too busy moderating to play.
We don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah.
That was a tough loss. Very tough loss.
I think I heard these kind of things in the homepage too. Like, don't talk to me about the tournament. There were some other posts too. The people who lost, they were quite pissed about it. So yeah, I understand that you guys are pissed. You lost, and not just you lost in the winners bracket, you lost in the losers bracket too, and you are out of the tournament. So that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
You know what the worst part is? Our games weren't even streamed. That was the tough
bias
part.
is so insane.
Yeah. Nobody has a clue what happened in there. And probably you guys don't want them to know because you probably are ashamed how badly you lost.
What happened there
Yeah.
stays there.
What happens in Warmerise stays in Warmerise.
You don't need to add salt to the wounds, DB. It already hurts.
Why not? You didn't add me to the team. You just created the team. You didn't
Because
add
we
me.
knew you were
didn't
gonna
ask to join.
bring us down. So
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You
And
didn't ask to join.
you guys-
We had
right.
we would have lost even more. We would have somehow lost 0-3 if you joined.
What? 0-3.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna
no,
change
as
it to
soon as we
0-3.
spawn, we just die because of you.
Yeah, well played to Europe 2 and SA2, taking us down.
Anyways, next we are going to have matches obviously in the next weekend, which is going to be 26th of September and 27th of September, which is Saturday. And we have North America 2 versus North America 3, which are obviously the winners, and they played actually really good. Then we have South America 1 versus Europe 2. And then in the losers bracket, we have NA1 versus NA4. And what else? There's one team I'm missing. Yeah, Asia 3 and versus Asia 4. So we're still figuring out the time, and once we have already sent the messages, so there's going to be another.
Also,
Africa and Europe.
yeah, Africa and Europe
Africa and Europe.
one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Africa and Europe too.
Europe 1.
Europe
Europe
one.
Sorry, Europe 1. Right. So, anything else you guys want to add to this podcast?
No.
Are we doing
Versus
predictions?
Dick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
are we?
prediction. Let's go with the prediction.
Okay.
That's the best part.
So first match, Asia 3 versus Asia 4 on
In
Saturday.
Asia 3, we have Avenger, Leon 14, Line 4, and whatever, A45H8. But I'm not sure people know about him. Asia 4, we have K4N3K, Kaneki, whatever, and then Dempa Cake, and then DG723. So Asia 3 versus Asia 4. What do you guys think? Who's gonna win?
I think Asia 3, but I don't really know how any of the players play except for Avenger. So, because I used to play with him sometimes.
What do you think? How does he play?
From what I remember, he used to use the carbine a lot. So, and that's a pretty strong weapon. And he's pretty good with it.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's true. So you're going with Asia 3.
Yes.
Okay, Vivek.
I also have the same reasoning as Star, so I'm gonna go Asia 3 because I
Right.
only have seen
Ferry?
Avenger play.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
also
Yeah.
going
Same.
Asia
Actually,
three.
same here. So Ferry, Asia 3
Asia
versus
three.
Asia 4. Asia 3. Okay. Soriel.
I've never met any of these players, but I guess I'm gonna take
Toss
the
a
vote.
coin.
I'll do Asia 4. I'll be the devil's
Oh,
advocate.
okay.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
the underdog.
Yep.
Someone's got to root for them.
Yeah, I was gonna go for
I-
Asia 4 too. For some reason, I think they are going to. It's gonna be hard with some communication because I think we are going to have some problems with the communication. But I think Asia 4 is going to win. They seem pretty confident that Dempa Cake in there is pretty good. He's pretty good with carbine. He's like 15,000 kills with it,
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
11,000 kills with the plasma gun. So a pretty
Nice.
good KDR, pretty good kill streak. So I'm pretty confident Dempa Cake in there is gonna do pretty great. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Asia 4 for sure. And I think they're gonna go Asia 4 and Asia 3. It's going to be mostly like around automatic rifles because they're all pretty good with rifles.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna be a tough match. Moving forth, we have NA2 versus NA3. NA2, we have Migi, Iceland Noobs, Remind 6, and in NA3, we have Joe Dave, Bellator, Not School. Now we have seen literally all of them play, so it's gonna be easy to predict.
I gotta go for
So what do you
NA3.
You're gonna go with NA3? Okay.
Yeah.
Vivek?
I'm gonna go NA2.
NA2. Okay.
Yes.
Ferry?
I feel like it could be a tiebreaker. It could lead to a tiebreaker, and
Yeah.
NA3 could win.
NA3. Okay. Sorrel?
Okay.
I am gonna go. So this is NA2 between NA2 and NA3.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Fremont is my boy, so I'm going NA2.
I'm gonna go with NA2 too because
All right.
we've watched NA3 go against like 2v1 against a person. So I'm not sure how they actually do when they're put in a 3v3 situation.
They played
But
against us.
we have seen NA2. We have seen NA2 go against NA1 in a 3v3 situation, and they still did pretty good. So I'm confident that NA2 have this communication between them. They're gonna do good. Okay, so I'm think we're gonna take notes of this. Africa versus Europe 1. In Africa, we have Warkloon, Navneet. There's a person that I hate naming. Mashuid something, and then there is FM. I'm not gonna pronounce that either. In Europe 1, we have the Fearless TR, Sleeper, and Cass. So, what do you guys say?
I haven't really seen any of them play, so I'm not exactly sure.
What about
Mm.
Warwick though?
I've seen
I've-
Warclint play sometimes. I think he's pretty good with carbine
Mm.
and plasma.
Yeah.
I think.
I think I would go for Africa personally.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Africa.
Mm.
Seem pretty
Same,
solid.
same. I'm going with that.
But I haven't seen. I've only seen Workland play. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any other person play, so that's why. But yeah,
That's true too. But I think yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm kind of confident about Africa that they will win. Ferry, did you make a prediction?
No, I also think Africa will play because I've seen Walkloon play, and I think I've seen Navneet, although he kept getting kicked because of his ping.
Rip.
I could
Oh, yeah.
kind of see Kazarichu play, not that much, so I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
I feel like Africa will win.
Okay, so we all went for Africa. That's
Star?
nice.
Star. Yeah.
I guess I'll go Africa too. Might as well.
Okay.
I thought you already made a prediction. I thought you
No, I
did.
said I didn't know.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, moving forth, we have SA1 versus Europe 2. SA1, we have Own, Spyroon, Eve, and Yazli. And in Europe 2, we have where's Europe 2? Yeah, Aphrodite, Destroyer 69, Zeal, and Xapo. Now Europe 2, we haven't seen Europe 2 play, but I'm gonna go with Europe 2. The team looks solid for some reason. I don't know why. It just I feel it. So you guys go.
Can I
SA1
go?
did pretty. Oh yeah, you can go.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, so I know how all of SA1 plays, like Xone, Eve, Spiron, Yaxley, because I've played with them before. I've played with
Right.
Aphrodite from EU2, and Aphrodite's actually like really good.
Mhm.
I don't know about the others, but I'm gonna go with SA1 because I know how they play. So yeah.
Aphrodite has like he have 21,000 kills with carbine and 11,000 kills with plasma gun. So he's and 14,000 kills with sniper. I think he's more of a sniper guy. He's gonna be like the strong. I think he's gonna be the strongest tool for his team.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's unpredictable about the Europe 2 team because we hadn't seen them play. But yeah, it looks like a solid team because all of the people in there has a pretty good rank they have a lot of kills with bot weapons, and they're mostly the sniper team. I've checked all profile of all of them, and when you have a lot of snipers in your team, you mostly go defensive, and you have more chances of winning. We've seen that in the previous tournaments that the team who uses plasma gun more is evident that they kind of have more chances of winning. So I'm gonna go with Europe too. You guys go.
I'm actually
Whoever's left.
going. Oh, I'll go with SA1 because they did really amazing yesterday. Not gonna lie, or the day before. They worked pretty well together, and they have really good weapons and use them right. From Europe
Right.
too, I've only seen Aphrodite play and with the carbine, so I can't really say much for them.
Right. Okay. Who else? Who's left? Sorrel.
I'm gonna go. Well, this is a hard choice because while I did see SA1 do really well yesterday.
Right.
I've also seen Extrapo and Aphrodite in game, like on servers, and they're really good. So it's a hard choice for me. But I guess maybe I'll go for maybe I'll go for you two actually.
Europe too?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I kind of knew you were gonna go with them. Okay, who's left?
NA1
did
and
you
go?
NA4. Oh, you meant
So-
people.
I'm not sure if everyone had
Yeah,
got the prediction.
I'm hearing Aphrodite and X Chapo being thrown around, but I've heard Zeal's like really good. So Zeal, well, XEYAL.
Oh, right. Okay.
I've heard he's
too,
like,
right.
yeah, he's been making some waves. But I'm still gonna go with SA1 because I think they can push through. Because
Zeal is actually good. He has a KDR of 3.16, and his
Impressive.
most kills are with sniper and plasma gun.
yeah, I think this is gonna be the match of the day or match
Yeah.
of the weekend.
It will. I
at
thought
least,
it will. They're strong, like the teams.
Yeah.
Okay, which team is that? I think we're gonna go to the loser bracket now.
Mhm.
It's NA1 versus NA4, and we've seen both of them play. So NA1 we have Fruits, LM10, Juan Carlos, and in NA4 we have Khalid the Dude, Havoc, Hellrise, Deadshot, and there's another player Yuto that is being added. So they have a sub now. So what do you guys say about them? I think I'm gonna go with NA4, but with the condition that people show up. If Khalid the Dude
Yeah.
goes alone, then no. But if he gets other people, I'm gonna go with NA4.
I can't really say
Um,
much for NA4 because we didn't see them all play, so I don't know how that match is gonna go.
Yeah. I'm
that's-
gonna go NA1 on the condition that people show up too. Because if Fruits,
Okay.
LM10, and Juan Carlos show up, they're pretty strong together. So
Mhm.
I think they can take it down.
Okay, Ferry.
So as well, if the people from NA4 show up, I think NA4 could win.
Oh, you're going with
I know,
NA4. Okay.
yeah, because I know Khalil the Dude is actually pretty good, and if he has teammates to back him up, he could help like his team win. So yeah, I'm going NA4 if people show up.
Okay. What about you? Sorry.
I was gonna go for I am gonna go for NA1, but it was for underdog reasons because if they do show up, I feel like NA4 may have like a better chance of winning, but
Oh, you're gonna go with NA1.
yeah. I'm going for NA1 for underdog reasons. Like if it was
Okay.
like a full and they overcome,
Yeah. I'm going for
overcome the odds.
I'm going for
You're-
strategic reasons for NA1 because Juan Carlos from yesterday or the day before, he was really good with plasma from what I saw, and LM10 was pretty good with the G36. So them two together, and then with Fruits backing them up with like plasma nades and maybe UMP because I don't think he has any other weapons.
You do know Juan Carlos don't have a plasma gun. He was actually picking them up from the ground to shoot.
Oh, really?
Well, he's amazing. He's never used plasma.
He was picking them up from the ground.
I did not
and
notice that. I thought he was a
he's
natural.
He's actually from top 100. He's good with snipers. He have 30,000 kills with the sniper. So that's why he was doing pretty good with plasma gun because he knows how to use snipers in this game. and he's pretty good with carbine too. 15,000 kills with it.
Yeah.
So he have a pretty good KDR, 3.39. I think that's the maximum I've seen here in all of these teams.
Yeah, that's
So-
pretty
Yeah.
good KDR.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Juan, if you're watching this, get plasma.
Yeah.
He have three. I think he have 300,000 cash. So
What's stopping him
I
from
mean, you
getting
might
it?
as well. Or
he
send some my
he
way.
should
It's
buy.
fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think we have done the prediction and we have done talking about all the matches that we did this weekend. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Does
Yeah.
anyone else want to add any comment on anything?
No.
Don't
No, I
Please
have
show
have
up to your
nothing.
matches, please.
What?
That's all I have to say. Please show up to your matches.
No.
Yes, please. It would be nice. Don't leave your teammates hanging, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
That would be nice.
and if people who are participating watching this, like, make sure to sometimes look at the event page to see the countdowns, because we're going to like start them like
Yeah.
24 hours before, so that way
Exactly.
you know, just in case you don't know your time zone. That's
There's
it.
people like always asking when is the match, and I'm like copy pasting it that it's in 15 minutes, but they can just open the event page and there's a timer going down there, and Max put a lot of effort in putting it here. So yeah, just go there and see it. Anyways, I think this is pretty much it. We've talked like a lot, and the podcast is gonna go a lot, and probably start have to do a lot in editing it in.
Mm.
Please don't mess it up, please. I beg you, please. So yeah,
Please.
that's pretty much it. We're gonna see you in the next weekend in the streams, and then we're gonna see you in the podcast too. So with that being said, we'll see you in the next weekend.